It's Madden NFL 23. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. And it comes your way next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the... Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams,
And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, how's that for an early storyline? Some people are asking the ushers where their seat is, and boom, we've got a score on the board, a fumble return on the opening kickoff.
And this is where all the tailgating groups are looking at each other saying, maybe we need to get to the stadium just a little bit earlier next time.
Well, man, those bratwursts, they're good, Charles, they're good. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings him out. Off the play fake, Prescott on the move, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Now, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Prescott now. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. On the return is Jones. They juked him. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields rolling to his left. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. First carry now for David Montgomery. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Here's Fields. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Montgomery is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. And this is going to be incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. On 4th down, Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Velus Jones, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. 2nd drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering how.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders, it's not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
Santos with the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Prescott now from the 50. Open man is Noah Brown. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Dancing to his left. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On fourth down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. From the red zone now, Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but it left him no room to run as he goes straight out of bounds. To throw again on second down, Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Prescott. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
So we reach halftime. Well, you can't skip halftime on Sundays, but you can right here. So it's over, and on to the third quarter we march. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Fields now to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw on second and 10. Fields, open man right side is St. Brown. 5 yards, now it's third and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down, Fields. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. Prescott on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he's got him past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Looking to throw, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Schultz.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one, not to have another turnover on his ledger.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Fields looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They snap it to Fields. Out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
If there's one thing they are lacking in, it's confidence. They took a big and maybe unnecessary risk going for that 4th down. He put them on his shoulders, though, and paid off the big-time gamble.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Man open, here is Jones. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Here's Fields. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
2nd and 10. Fields again. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns, running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone. We saw evidence of that on that play.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now Prescott. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Now it's Fields. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
Now the point after try for Santos. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And finishing it all off was Darnell Mooney with a touchdown reception. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now here come the Cowboys. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team Their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
Fields trying to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.